poke hole.
I'm going that way.
Sandal blows out. Back to pocket fishing. Looks really good. A pair of needle nose pliers.
Chum it up here.
Perfect for pocket fishing.
Maybe I should keep that one too. Yeah, right there.
This nice little hole.
Nice 17-inch. Looks like they missed me.
And I hope you caught some.
Hey, okay, good morning. I'm really excited. It's heading out to one of my favorite spots. Maybe my favorite spot. It's not like the best fishing spot, but it's darn good. And I just love going there. It's beautiful, no one around. It's a really nice hike. So here we are, northern Cayucas, the coves of Cayucas. Beautiful.
I was barely awake for that intro. In fact, if you want to see the whole thing, it's at the end, and it's kind of fun. It's a little gross, but it's kind of funny. I had everything packed up and ready to go the day before, so I just had to go grab my bait and some ice, put it in the backpack, and put it in the van, and hit the road. Of course, running into a skunk along the trail will wake you up real fast. Talking real nice to him when he started looking at me.
I'm going that way. I know. Tell me about it. I'm going over there.
So yeah, the goal of today's expedition is pocket fishing, as opposed to, I guess, poke hole fishing. The biggest difference between the two being that you use a fishing rod, not a poke hole pole. And I think there's a difference in the tides when you want to go. We'll get back to the definitions between pocket fishing and poke hole fishing here in just a second. Didn't actually know the camera was running at this point here. And this is a precise moment where my sandal blows out. I spent the rest of the hike in with the, my sandal flopping around my heel. Had to be very careful how I stepped. But we made it, and it was a fun hike in. So back to pocket fishing. To me, the difference between pocket fishing and poke hole fishing comes down to your equipment and the tide you're going to fish on. So for pocket fishing, you're going to use a fishing rod instead of a poke hole pole. And you don't need a negative tide. You just need a nice, 1 foot tide, I think is about the best. So pocket fishing is like my natural fishing style, so I've learned that a shorter pole is actually better for it. And this one here works really good. It was 7 foot long, but then the tip broke off. Now it's perfect. Because my sandal busted out, I wanted to see if I could walk around the reef and just my booties there, but I can't. It hurt my feet. So I'm setting up the crab snare with just my booties. And next I'm going to have to figure out how to fix my sandals. So I used a fillet knife and a pair of needle nose pliers just to sew the back strap back on, and it worked very well. Walking around in salt water is pretty hard on these things. I don't think I cleaned them well last time too, so.
Gotta get your tools. Pliers. Needle nose pliers. Fillet knives. Extra fillet knives. And your bonker.
That's a 2-ounce torpedo weight to avoid snags, and then my hook is a 0.6 hook, and it's hanging out about 3 inches, and I got a loop knot about 6 inches up from the weight, so they're close together, and I can really target where I'm putting the bait. The shorter pole really allows you to see where you're putting your bait, right next to the edge and stuff. Also wanted to try chumming a little bit in the holes this trip.
Okay, we're going to chum it up here. Making up some chum bits.
Okay, and then on tides. Now, for pocket poke hole fishing, you want that minus tide of the year. You can get out there, and if you want to forage, that really helps, mussels and that type of things. But for pocket fishing, you want to be able to get out to the reef. So the reefs have to be exposed, but you still want a little depth in the water. So I think actually a 1 foot tide, not a negative 1 foot, but a 1 foot tide is perfect for pocket fishing. And you saw it before I started. I threw that chum out there, just a few pieces to kind of get the fish excited, maybe a feeding frenzy started. Perhaps another difference between pocket fishing and poke hole is what you're targeting. Usually when you go out for poke hole fishing, you're looking for an eel, but pocket fishing, I think it's more about getting a little rockfish out there. Oh yeah, that last eel I had was tasty. I dropped my weight and bait right there. It's kind of in between two little patches of seaweed, and then you'll see the current move in and out, and you don't want the seaweed to keep hitting your line. It'll wrap around it, so just try to avoid it, but don't move your weight, because I'm getting bites right now, so I'm kind of angling the line this way and angling the line that way. Little pocket fishing technique. Okay, we're going to see us get some bites right there, and it's going to bite again. Boom, boom, boom. Just little bites, and it's so tempting to try to just set your hook right there, but you really need to wait until they hit that thing and dive for the hole. That's when you know you got it. This is a case in point here. Shaboom!
All right, what do we got here? Got me. Oh, I'd say that was a black and yellow. Nice feller, black and yellow. And big enough to eat. Take it up. Check that out.
So yeah, I'd only been here about an hour, caught that black and yellow there. And is it because I'm chumming? Could be, but then some days it's just good catching.
Oh. This will make a nice, tasty morsel. It's not so bad. I like it. It's fat. Let's go knock it out.
Brought the crab snares along as if I get any rock crab. Added a little bit of fish guts here.
Okay, got some nice fish guts in there now. See what we can attract.
Nothing. Didn't even. I think I got a little nibble on the bait once, but I was kind of surprised. I thought it'd be easier. Now we're going to go over and work this edge over here. Chum it up a little bit before we start. Then apply our pocket fishing plan like a pocket fishing cowboy. That was such a nice bite. Oh! But the bait was still there and fresh, so we got right back at it. I'm in strike position.
Maybe we should keep that one too. It's pretty fat. Alright, well, I think that's our two.
Great morning. I have been out there less than 2 hours and I already have 2 fish. All right, head back to the backpack, bonk them, bleed them, put them on ice.
Ow, got me.
I know better than to hold a rockfish like that.
Got me. That's what happens too. Got the old, right there. Oh, looky. Little fucker sliced my butt. Said, Jim, if you want me, you gotta pay, man. You gotta pay. Whoa, very close. There we go. There we go. Definitely a nice little black and yellow. Ooh, okay. I think I'm gonna go put him out of my misery. Yeah. Okay, the black and yellows. Alright.
Working my way back, and the tide's just starting to rise a little bit, and thought I'd stop and check out this nice little hole right here. Made sure to chum it up a little bit there before I started, and then started working the edges. As the water flows in and out, you can see that I'm fishing in a little hole, and near the front of that, it's got a rock there, but after that it goes down 2 or 3 feet, forming a little pocket. I started getting bites right there almost immediately, but I worked it for another 10 minutes and it didn't take it, so I decided to work the rest of the reef for a little bit. I worked that whole area pretty good. Cast it over here, cast it over there, but didn't get anything. Little did I know where the Leviathan was lurking. Yep, so just as a last chance, I decided to work that hole one more time. This baby pops my drag. This is like the biggest fight from a fish during rock fishing I've ever had, so I didn't know what it was. He grabbed that bait and made a dash to get out of that channel.
What the hell we got here? It looks like we got ourselves a nice cabezon. Look at that baby. There we go. Been looking for you, buddy. Check it out. We gotta go see if this baby's a keeper. Look at that. He's just so beautiful. Look, it's a nice cab. Nice 17-inch cabezon right there. Gotta say I'm pretty happy about that. It's been a while since I caught a cabezon I could eat. Alright, get this baby bog. I gotta get out of here. I thought that was a little fish. I'm thinking I'm gonna go over and get that thing. Beautiful little cabezon. Certainly hope I caught that on the film. Well, that was pretty darn amazing. Pulled that cab right out of there. I thought that was a small fish. I was like, maybe I'll just catch and release it. And then that thing took off. Hopefully I got it on this camera. I think the other camera might have the power out. It's been my luck lately. Yeah, but it doesn't really matter because, well, I got 3 fish, so that's pretty darn good. And there's just nobody out here. It's so beautiful. My gosh. All right, let's head on over to my spot, clean these, and feed some hermit crabs. I haven't done that in like a year. I'm not sure how long it's been since I've been up here in the Coves of Cayuga. 17-inch cabezon. Looks like they miss me. Seagull was here earlier. Over there. Unusual kind of bloom. I don't think I've seen it anywhere else. How you doing? Nice day.
Lots of happy people on the beach on the way home. In fact, when I got back to the truck, there was a nice couple heading out fishing, and the guy turned out to be someone who actually watches my videos, so I was excited to meet him. The audio didn't turn out there, but I just want to say thanks again for watching, and I hope you caught something that day, and it was great meeting you.
Okay. Let's try this again. Hey, okay, good morning. I'm really excited. It's a